One of the priorities I laid out for the Department of the Interior had to do with sustainable, secure water supplies and healthy watersheds. And California is a place where this is very, very critical. You have had challenges in your snowpack. I come from the Pacific Northwest. Our reservoirs are called snowpack, and they have been diminishing just as yours have. We don't have enough storage capacity to take liquid water and hold it to make up for what you hold in the Sierras in snow. And you haven't had enough snow to deal with that. So we've got a crisis. We've got a crisis going on in the Bay Delta. We have the United States fruit basket and nut basket, not intended to be fruits and nuts in any way other than that's what you produce in the Central Valley in large quantities. Very, very important agricultural supply, but uses a lot of water. You have municipal needs here. You have an ecosystem that if we don't provide sufficient water to support the ecosystem, you could have an ecosystem collapse here in California. That's how serious it is within the Bay Delta. The Bureau of Reclamation is a critical player. The state is a critical player. Water rights are managed by states. Federal government has a role to play as a water supplier to states and municipalities, and we are at the table. We're keeping people to the table, working closely on things like the Bay Delta Conservation Plan that's trying to manage agricultural interests, municipal interests, species interests at a time when the water resources are going down. So I do have one recommendation for all of you, and I brought this with me from REI, which is this time of year to bring on snow, because REI's business was very dependent on snow sports in the wintertime. We used to take Twinkies and burn them to a crisp. So I would encourage you to burn Twinkies, even though it doesn't help carbon. It does produce carbon, but that did bring on snow. And I know visiting an REI store earlier this week in Minnesota that they'd had their Twinkie roast, and it was snowing the day I left Minnesota. So I don't know what you do in California, but whether it's Twinkie roast or rain dances, you need some rain, but you also need thoughtful planning, and we will be at your side through the Bureau of Reclamation to do that.